What's up, y'all? Live with Football Feature Sports. I am your, partial host, James, with my boy, the original host, Jose, Trick and Trey Parker, and Alex. We're going to talk about some few topics. We got NBA draft slander. We got, potential offseason landing spots for the kids, and so on and so forth. But since the topic was so hot in our text chat, we're going to talk about it today. And I'm basically talking about the one and done, guys, like the college ball, how I'm not sold on some of these kids coming in early, getting to the league. They're not progressed right. They don't do or have most of the intangibles it takes to have the longevity of yours, like Vince Carter, LeBron James, and so on and so forth. But the hot topic first, Jose's favorite draft potential Spur landing guy, Mr. Victor, whatever the hell his last name is.
Wembanyama.
Talk about him, man. Talk about him so I can.
I thought Jose was about to bust into an African song right there. Wembanyama.
Look, man, just because it's the last day of Black History Month don't mean I'm gonna be black all of a sudden, okay? Chill out.
Wakanda.
Oh.
But he's French. He's French, right? No, he's from France. So
does that make him less black?
They don't claim us, we don't claim them.
They got a hint of caramel.
They're like distant cousins. You see them like once a year at the family reunion.
They got a hint of caramel.
Oh, you're talking to a Mexican who has plenty of distant cousins, bro. Don't even fucking trip there.
True.
None of my cousins can cross the border, okay?
Oh my God.
Hey, I go to all the parties. I got to kiss 30 relatives before I can sit down. I already understand.
Oh, I ignored 30 relatives before. I'm going to go on my seat. Fuck that shit. Anywho, let's talk about Victor Wembanyama. First of all, what do you got against a man that when he puts on his sneakers on, he's 7'5", fucking skinny as hell. You're over here complaining about, oh, well, he doesn't look like he'll train and build up the muscle. Fucking, that's what they said about Giannis. Look how he fell. Look where he is today. 2-time MVP, champion, on his way back to another title. What is wrong with you? On his way to be, yeah, that's right. I said it. On his way to possibly becoming the second greatest power forward behind Timothy Theodore Duncan.
And Kevin Garnett.
Let's go.
I'm sorry, Alex. I'm sorry.
So
I was waiting for him to finish.
So because you want me to prop him up. Well, let me tell you what it is. This man has the length. He can shoot from any freaking part of the court, my brother. Yep. He can shoot a three. He can shoot a mid-range. The mid-range game, it's dead today. He can still shoot that shit. He can drive it in. He can defend. Now, yes, we've seen some freaking posters lately, but who doesn't get a fucking poster? I've seen Boban get postered. So what's wrong with freaking 19-year-old Victor Wembanyama getting postered? You're just hating. You're just hating because you're like, I want my big muscular man. I want my big, strong man like Nikola Jokic or Nikola Vucevic and blah, 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 blah. Okay, how many of them are champions? Name me one of the guys that you named on that text message thread, including DeAndre Ayton and I don't forget who else. None of them are champions.
DeAndre should have been. He should have been a champion.
David can shoot the 2-0 lead against the Bucks. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. No, James. I don't want to hear it. I don't care if you are the host this week.
I was gonna say Jose is attacking my host hard this week.
I'm saying, man, God damn.
No, because this man, you saw it, Trey. You saw it. Disrespect this man had. I don't want him. He got posterized. Blah blah.
I
don't. I'm being honest. I don't. But I will give this credit.
But I need a valid reason to, not because
I have to agree with Jose though. I think Victor has potential to be one of the greatest players in the future if he stays healthy, obviously. To be one of the greatest players. He is very well-rounded. Yes, he is small right now, like you mentioned, Giannis. But if you look at most of the dudes, KD's still small, but he still put muscle in. Do you remember when he came in the league?
No, I remember when KD came.
KD was hella small, and he's still small to an extent, but he put on a little muscle.
KD fan.
So that's what I'm saying. So there's a lot of dudes that come up into the league and are tiny-looking dudes and pick it up. Now, one, he has to stay healthy. That's a big, big factor. Obviously, you never know what happens. 2, he has to use that size into his advantage in the sense of there are guys that get big and they start to suck because they're not used to their body anymore.
Yeah, true.
So those are two big factors. And if he can crush both of those, which I can see, that dude could be a freaking monster.
Yeah.
Like Jose says, I'm sorry, the NBA is not a big man's game anymore like it used to be with Shaq and Dwight and all them dudes. Now you have Jokic that can play the 5, but he can also be on the exterior shooting threes. You have all them dudes. There's nobody anymore that does it. Victor can do all around. So why not? Why not go for the gold?
Alex, you got something to chime in on?
Well, I don't think. Well, he is the best prospect in the draft right now, but to me, that's not really like a Spurs player that they usually get. You know what I mean? He's really young. The last person the Spurs got like that was Tony Parker. Someone really
look how he turned out,
like
bro.
That, but yeah, but the thing is like he's young, yes, like super young, but dude, I think like how you guys are making it seem like if he does have the first couple years that are not so good, you know, are people going to backlash him because now it's what could you do for me now, right?
Oh yeah,
kind of league. Yeah. Everybody wants results.
Yeah,
I think the guys have been.
As a Spurs fan, I'll tell you right now, I think we're still rebuilding for another 3 years. But that's just me.
I'd say at least another 2. I'd say at least another 2.
No, 2 or 3. But go ahead, Alex. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off.
But like, but I think him, if he were to be selected by the Spurs, it would give him kind of advantage to be like under the radar kind of because the Spurs are not really a big market team. So, but still, man, like it's tough because it's like, what could you do for me now kind of league. And if he doesn't do well the first couple of years, I think, like I said, people will start making jokes like, wow, this guy, what a bust or whatever. Because like it's happened before, you know, where these guys get drafted from overseas and they don't have the body frame yet, and they get worked on. So I don't know. I'm 50-50, bro. I really am. I like his game a lot. It just he's not NBA ready yet. He's not NBA ready yet.
Here's my question, because since y'all are, like, what I'm saying to James is bringing me a lot of like kind of hate towards the kid. I'm also waiting. Like you saying that you don't want him at all. Like but you don't give me a proper reason why. So like I'm gonna ask, instead of a proper reason, give me who in the alternative would you rather get? In the alternative, if we get the number 1 pick, it's gonna be Wembanyama or Scoot. Do you want Scoot?
I like Scoot, but this is my thing. All right, so this is what I was gonna go off of all y'all's responses and just kind of chime in piece by piece and give my response. So this is what I did. I went and looked at potential draft class, like the draft class, like the mock draft. Dude, all these kids are young. What I will give Victor is he's the only one that's played 3 years pro, which is overseas. You know, they started young. He's kind of already been on, he's been on, I think, 2 teams, and this is his 3rd one. And this is where he's done the most work. He's got his awards. He's the newcomer and all that stuff like that. So he's 19. Scoop's 19. Brandon Miller, which is the liability with Alabama. I like the kid, but don't nobody know about that situation and that whole gun shooting thing. So he could potentially
it's really unfortunate too.
Or he could slide out or miss out or do whatever happens with him. Jarius Walker is 19. Amen Thompson is 20. Nick Smith is 18. Cam Whitmore is 18. Grady Dick is 19.
All teenagers.
2019. That was a funny name, but he's a big one. I like him. Taylor Hendricks is 19. Anthony Black, which is he's 19. So like a lot of these kids are young. And basically what I'm saying is like coming into the league now, like look at Houston. Like they got hella draft picks, hella potential. Like, but I would compare it to somebody like Oklahoma. Oklahoma got picks for like the next 2 or 3 years still. And they're young, but like the development process, bro, like it's a while before the league starts like transitioning over to and the West is always tough, man. Like we get somebody like Vic, like bro, he gonna have to be on it. Like, I mean, he gonna have to come in on some Tim Duncan type shit and just like take over and like, I mean, and then what if we lose Pop? Like, who's gonna coach this kid up? Like, it's to me, it's a lot of stuff that you have to bank on. What you think we're gonna have Pop for?
First, no, I don't think we have Pop for a long time. But when have you heard of anyone in the pop coaching tree failing?
No, I'm not saying nobody's.
I'm just saying, like if someone takes over, like I'm trusting them.
Yeah, I trust them too, but I would want it to be in the right hands because you never know how to like. No, Spurs. I will hope they would honor Pop and let him, pass the baton to the right person to coach up the team. Like, I would love for Becky to come back. I
would assume so.
Like that would be perfect for me. But I'm just saying, like, and then my comparison to Vic is like somebody like Porzingis. Porzingis came in on fire. Dude, he was balling. Like, I was like, dude, this kid is nice. He's 7 foot. He can move. He was able to move. He was jumping out the gym, and then them damn injuries hit. And I mean, he could stretch the floor too. And I mean, he wasn't the biggest, and he was getting bodied all the time. But like, I mean, injuries taking place. I'm just saying, this kid is 7'4", 7'5". Like, depending on the shoes he wearing that day. And that's like, with his length and size, bro. Like, I could just see him dunking on somebody, hard fall. Or you get somebody like that ugly ass nigga from Memphis that's always pulling them dirty plays and then, like undercut him or something. Like, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just worried about his health and well-being, which I would hope he had the right strength and conditioning and he came in and he did his thing and proved me wrong. Then I had to shut the hell up. But I'm just saying, my thing is just like in the totality of it all, like these kids are young, man. Like, I don't like the fact that these guys on 2 years, 3 years, 4 years at a traditional school and come in and you see it pay off.
So to combat that, you literally already said that he already has 3 years pro experience. So who else in the league right now is taking over the league and has pro experience before going into the league? Luka, right?
Okay, so my thing, like Luka is a prime. Luka is probably the best person to compare to with the success he has now. But I'm looking at, okay, you had guys come in. I can compare him to no guards, man. That's not fair.
I think comparing him to Porzingis is a great example. I mean, the one thing that Victor has is that probably Porzingis don't have is probably the ball handling skills because he handles like a guard. But I find it hard to like because you never seen it before, right? Like a man big.
He's a unicorn, man. He's truly a unicorn.
So I'm saying like.
The kid is like KD at Yao Ming size.
But it is crazy though because the only like 7 footer honestly like that is KD, right? KD's like honestly he really is 7 foot. I don't care what the numbers say, but he's 7 foot. But he's the only one. He's the only one that could really like
and that's why I brought him up earlier.
Yeah,
and he could do a little post up move. Granted, I mean. He is a smaller body, like a skinnier body frame, but I think the size is what gives him the edge all the time to shoot over like a bigger, stronger power forward.
That's exactly why I brought him up when everybody else is comparing him to Giannis. I brought up KD because that's what he reminds me of. Giannis is good and athletic, but he's not a ball handler like KD is.
Doesn't shooting.
So that's exactly why I brought KD up. KD is a almost spitting image of him in the sense of size, skill. It's just now this kid has, like you said, 3 years of experience with – could you imagine KD having 3 years of semi-pro experience like that? Now, I know they call it pro.
I will give him that upside, man, because if you look at
that is insane.
Look at the shift of like the whole FIBA and Euro basketball, like them niggas is men over there already. Like they're already grown men. These kids are playing against grown men at an early age.
And he's tearing them apart, bro.
It's just the talent level doesn't – I mean,
no, for sure.
Like I think Argentina's very well.
It doesn't. But at the same time, too, look who. Like we're talking about who is potentially going to draft them. The Spurs. Yeah. The Spurs have done a phenomenal job developing these young guys, no matter what the draft pick was.
Yeah.
We're talking about where's DeJounte Murray? He's an all-star. Where's Keldon Johnson? Yes, he was a reserve Olympian, but he's an Olympian regardless.
Yeah,
right.
He's still an all-star in my opinion.
We have a lot of young pieces that are bright futures. Yeah. Other than Joshua Primo, who fucked up his own career in life,
and he was still on track to be a fucking all-star.
Exactly, he was on his way to be great
at 19 or 18 or whatever the fuck he was.
Right, And
So
now we have Jeremy
I don't.
Sohan, who is Dennis Rodman Jr. I'm just saying, like, if you're looking at our history,
Yep.
that's who we drafted, and we don't have that many number one picks. We have Timmy, and then we have David Robinson from way before that. That's it. And then look at where they are: Hall of Famers, greats. And they didn't always. It wasn't always with Pop, right? David Robinson was not drafted by Pop. He was drafted by before Pop. But now, yes, perfect situation. We'll get Becky Hammond back after she's done with her 5-year contract. Maybe Pop will last.
You think so? Ooh,
I think Becky
will hope
come
so,
back.
though.
I think Becky will come home.
That would
But
be sick.
depends how successful the Aces are. Good luck to them. Still, hope they repeat champs. But still,
Hey, they just
but I agree.
Finna,
and on top of that, too, what the Spurs organization does with like foreigners too, like we are very excelled in that category. So
how long do you guys give him though? I want to know that, Victor. Like if he doesn't succeed, how long do you guys
I'd say
wait?
3 years.
Because I think it's a little bit longer, bro. I honestly do, because
really,
I think so. I really do think so. Because
why?
Because he needs to get his. I'm not gonna be the first one to. If he starts doing bad the first 3 years, I'm not gonna ride the ship and be like, this guy is a bust.
But bad on a rookie deal. What are we talking about? Compared to bad, what are we talking about? Because I have my range of bad compared to other people. It's different. Like, it's not like complete bust.
Yeah, well, but see, okay. I don't think he would be a bust. In the way the league is set up now, the Spurs will just send him down. Like, I can't think of the other kid. Like, we had another kid that was, I think he was 6'9", 6'11". He was lengthy. He was supposed to be like the next Porzingis. He could shoot threes. He had ball handling. He just, like, I don't know what happened to him.
You're talking about the kid that got the fucking sleeve. Go ahead, Alex. Go ahead, Alex.
What about Markelle Fultz? Do you guys think he's a bust?
Who?
Markelle Fultz?
Fultz. From the one that
Philly drafted.
Yeah, I don't think he's a bust. I just think
Philly.
He was dealt.
He's a bust. He's a bust.
So?
You really think so?
The man,
he's balling right now.
Orlando?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Okay, come on, though. Okay, hold on. But you said 3 years. How long has he been in the league? It's been more than 3.
That's what I'm saying.
It's been 5. It's been past 5.
But
that's what I've been saying. That's what I'm saying.
His situation is different though. He came in the sense of, like, they tried to switch his shooting up. They started messing with him. The kid was averaging like 30 in college.
That's also on him, though.
Like,
and
all of a sudden they said, "Oh, we don't like the way he shoots. His timing is this, and it's not gonna like." And they just started messing with the kid's shot. And I think they fucked up.
But you're talking about the 76ers versus us, Spurs. This is what we know from our side.
Exactly. I'm just
saying.
No,
because
go ahead, Alex.
Because the 76ers at that time was already a playoff team. They were a team that was competing at that time. Yes, they were. Look, if you look at their roster, they were competing. They had Jimmy Butler. They had
Jimmy
Harris.
Butler for like a microwave deal.
They had Jimmy Butler. In spite of that,
Jimmy Butler was on a microwave deal. He got traded.
Yep.
And he was going in off.
He was drafted in 2017, and Butler came in the 2019 season. What are you talking about?
But they were competing at that time though.
No, they were still freaking trust the process.
Yeah.
Now another person from that draft was Lonzo Ball. Do you think he's a bust?
I think his injuries affected him.
No, Lonzo ain't a bust. If Lonzo didn't get hurt this past season,
I think his injuries affected him.
He went to Chicago and started hooping.
What's good, man? What's good?
Both players were.
But are you okay? Are you talking about Lonzo as a number 2 pick? I would say it was overrated.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say he's a.
I think the name was hyped. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think he's a player. Hyped. No.
Yeah, as a player, no. But I mean, they overrated him.
But again, I think the injury, like if he didn't get injured, like James said, and like I was saying right before it, like I think he would still be doing very well.
And
I don't think he's a bust.
That whole draft class that the Lakers had that came in, I thought them kids were doing well. Like they wasn't winning like right away, but you start to see development. And now that you look at them all on different teams, you can see them all taking their place. Like Lonzo didn't do as well in LA got to Chicago, numbers went up.
He got to New Orleans first, did very well, then went to Chicago. Yes.
There you go.
I get it. But again, that again reiterates what I'm saying. An organization like the Lakers don't know how to develop shit. Right? Kobe's an anomaly. Everyone knows that. Other than that, they can't develop shit in the last, like, basically almost 30 years. Yeah. The Spurs is different. We're talking about the San Antonio Spurs, man. We're talking about guys that were not supposed to be all-stars, who were drafted late, blah, 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 blah. They were made great. Look at Tony Parker. Where the hell was he drafted? Where was the second-round Manu drafted?
Yeah, they were all drafted.
Are you supposed to know about Diego Splitter? NBA champion? Danny Green, who got dropped twice by the Cavaliers.
Well, even look at, like, I know it was a trade, but Jakob Poeltl, look what we turned him into compared to what he was.
And Toronto wanted him back. It's like, oh, please, come here.
Yeah.
Shit is
so Fox,
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
that's crazy.
So Fox been coming into the league, right? Fox is putting up numbers, and I mean, he was playing in Sacramento, so you know how you said Fox playing in Orlando, putting up numbers is different. So when Fox is putting up numbers, whenever Fox is putting up numbers in Sacramento, were you considering him already? Like, oh man, he was too hyped up already, being drafted kind of high. Now Victor does the same thing, like puts up numbers in San Antonio,
but again, you're throwing me examples of shitty franchises. Again, you went to the Kings. They haven't made the playoffs in almost 20 years, almost 30 years.
Yeah, but look what Fox is doing now, though. Like that's what I'm saying.
Year 5, year 6, yes. Hey, now at 25, we're talking about development.
Is from San Antonio, though, bro. Like that's Mike Brown. Mike Brown after the players.
It took how many coaches did they run through? Hey, how's Luke Walton, by the way?
Fuck Luke Walton. He should have get one of those jobs. No, but Sacramento is different.
Nah, fuck Luke Walton.
Am I wrong? I'm wrong. His daddy's overrated too.
If that's one player I don't like, bro, I love his father, but him as a player, he is horrible. I'm sorry. Luke was horrible. He just coattailed his way into them positions. But anyway, man, De'Aaron Fox is different. I would say that he's different. He is a gifted player, just in a bad situation, and they finally got a good coach over there that's utilizing their talent. And then you see the turnaround with that organization.
Right here, RR210TX says the same thing. Look at Philly, haven't won anything yet, and they tanked for years. Exactly, they didn't do anything.
But that's what I'm saying. Victor, that's what I'm saying. I'm not giving him 3 years for Victor. I think it might be longer. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be even a longer process because he's super young, and it took Giannis 2 years too to put in that body mass, and then it takes time to turn the team around because right now San Antonio.
But I'm not saying too that he's gonna have to be turned around in 3 years or anything like that. I never said 3 years. Someone said 3 years.
I said 3 years in the sense of I want to see what he does in the first 2 years.
I think the team will rebuild still for another 2-3 years. Yeah. I didn't say his development. His development will take time. I'm not rushing.
I'm not either, and I'm not going to say he's a bust at the end of 3 years.
We're comparing the whole Giannis prospect thing, but you got to look at like Jose is saying, like it's organization, it's landing places. If he falls to the right place and the right team that has depth, that has talent, that has true veterans,
and we're young.
And he has somebody that he can battle against. All that stuff matters, man. Giannis fell into the right hands, got the right coach in the right development process.
Yep. And if you want to ask me again, if I thought De'Aaron Fox was a bust, no, I didn't think he was a bust. He was just in purgatory.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I seen him beat up the fucking Spurs almost every damn year.
Yeah.
So I know how good he freaking is.
Yeah. He's it
all has to do with management.
It's literally an entire key of everything around. And I only said 3 years in the sense of that's what I want to see him develop.
Yeah.
I'm not saying if after 3 years he hasn't done anything that he's a bust at all.
I mean, but he can also.
This is okay. Let me break down my thought process. The reason I can explain my 3 years. The first year he's going to get acclimated to the NBA. It's a little different than where he's playing now, right? Second year, by then he should have a little bit of body size, hopefully. And he should start getting acclimated with what he can do. Not what the NBA is, what he can do. The third year is where I think he'll take off in the sense of, okay, look, I'm this good. The NBA is this good. I can do this much with my team around me. And that 3 years of building the team, I think that third year.
I want y'all to do me a favor. When y'all have the chance, not right now if you don't want to, it's fine. Look at these three Spurs players, former Spur, first year compared to the second year. How their body changed differently. Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson,
Huge difference.
Joshua Primo, and even DeJounte Murray. Look
I've
at
seen
all of them.
There's huge difference.
Yes,
100%.
from year one, all twigs. Yeah. Year two, fucking body mass is ready.
That's that's exactly why I wanted to break down what I was saying, because again, year one, get acclimated to the US basketball because it's different.
Yeah.
Year two, get acclimated to yourself, grow your body, and call it good. Year three, show out. Let's go. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying 3 years. I think he'll be a stud. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be a bust, but that's what I think.
Yeah, and this is my thing, man. I just feel like, you know, he will, depending on where he lands at. I think if he is
to it really depends on where he lands, because he could fall easily.
If he is that guy, like, I mean, we haven't seen it with a lot of players. You know, you had LeBron, you had KD come in and take over. It's been a few guys that came in and just took off, like. And I mean, if he has that, then you don't have to worry about the 3-year window. You just have to worry about wherever he lands, them rightfully building around him. I think that's what happened to a few teams that, like, they didn't build around their star players and they end up going other places, and then you saw the talent take off and they did great. So, like I said, if the kid is who he is, man, it's all props to him. I will eat my words. I'll probably go buy a jersey, because the Spurs been looking like cheeks for a minute.
Look, I want you to get a jersey. I want you to get a size small. So that way, you know, you wear that like a fucking bib, so you can eat the fucking shit you fucking put out there against Wembanyama.
Okay, what if I'll just put it on my daughter? Then I won't get a jersey.
No. You're gonna wear it yourself. You're gonna you get a baby size. You put a baby gap, and you're gonna put that shit on you.
Or we could just go to a game and I'll create a poster and I'll say, "Can I apologize to you for talking shit on the Pluto BT?"
Yeah, and he'll give you the same. And he'll give you the same answer that Hertz gave the reporter when he was apologizing. Okay, I don't give a fuck. He might even not understand you. He's French. Okay, Mande, Pepe Le Pew.
But I mean, and another thing is, I wanted to piggyback off and talk about him was just like the draft class in the whole, man. Like, I hope these kids are developed. I hope they show promise. Like, I hope because this one and done rule to me, it kind of watered down the NBA, man. The talent level just isn't there with some of these guys coming in. Like the kid for the Pistons, and I mean, I understand that organization sucks when we talk about organizations, but like I ain't heard nothing about him. Like, I haven't seen Cunningham. Yes, man. Like, it's just like, hey, old boy with Orlando, I hope he get out of there because he is a star. Like,
he's why, you know, freaking, you know,
he do prospect
because this kid is fucking building up the rest of the roster the best he can. Unfortunately, they're just in a shitty situation right now.
Yeah, and I mean, I thought Jalen Green was gonna have promise, but I just feel like he's one of those kids that, like, he was one of those flashy highlight overtime ball his life kids that you always see dunking and blocking shots, and you just ain't seen nothing else with him. And I feel like that's what, when you look at Houston, that's what you see, a lot of crazy shots taken and stuff like that. But like, I think one team that has done right by their rookies in their development process, and I will give them kudos, is OKC. These kids are like studs, bro. Like,
they're showing out right now.
They also have a fantastic leader in Shea.
Yeah, I mean, he is like, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. People would talk about him for like the last 2 years, and I was just like, he's there, but like, you know, he really took off since the leaving of Russell leaving and all of them. Like, he's actually taking place and like is owning that team, man. And he's a certified bucket. So, like, kudos to that.
Shay's nasty. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Yeah, man.
I like Josh Giddey.
Giddey's not bad. Giddey's not bad.
Yeah, bro.
International player, baby.
If Giddey gets his percentages, his field goal percentages up, and his three pointer, bro.
He ain't bad. He ain't bad.
Yeah.
Now, James, I wanted to throw out there just to remind you, we probably all forgot. Cade is out for the season with a shin injury. It was early on. He's not playing no more this season. That's why you don't hear of him no more.
Okay. I was like, but they got another kid over there. That kid that they drafted this year, I can't remember his name.
Well, they also drafted for James. Not drafted. They traded for James Wiseman too, and look at that bust.
Oh, he's another one we didn't talk about. That sucks, man. But I mean, okay, so he's the bust. I just want to because I don't think it's fair to him where he landed. I mean,
what?
No, but listen.
Because the
listen.
expectations,
Linda,
is high.
Listen.
The expectations is high.
Listen, please, listen.
Linda, listen to me, Linda,
Bro,
please.
James,
bro, no, but okay, Jose, could you imagine, bro, he's coming into a championship team. That's what I mean. They don't give a damn about a big man, bro. Like the Warriors be like, hey, just go get the ball out the net. Like,
well, you know what? He played like he fucking was just expecting a fucking ring. Anyways, that's not really their fault. We're talking about development, right? We're talking about fucking organizations that have development. How is the big three? Okay, I'm not Golden State players. How are they doing? How have they developed? How's Jordan Poole?
Jordan Poole is a one-hit wonder. I don't even think.
You see, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like
But how is he a one-hit wonder, bro?
How you giving?
because it's like, bro, it's
how you giving Poole?
So
how you giving Wiseman the pass, but not Poole? Come on, man.
No. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's a one-hit wonder. Like he's like, oh no, he just. No, I'm saying that. Well, I might have used my words wrong. I did use my words wrong. I know I'm backpedaling, but like, okay, look at
y'all don't listen.
Look at the likes of people like Jordan Clarkson, man. Like Jordan Clarkson is a bucket right now, but it took him some time to build that up. Like
took him to get away from the Lakers. Exactly, bad organization.
Saying, with Jordan Poole, like the situation was perfect. Klay Thompson got hurt.
That's what we're talking about.
Wiseman wasn't on the floor like that.
He doesn't need to dominate or anything like that. He just has to do his job. The part was that he wasn't doing his job. That's why Draymond was cursing him out on the court in front of the refs, and they giving Draymond a damn technical for it. James Wiseman is lucky Draymond didn't punch him in the offseason.
You come here, you next.
It's like, come on, big fella, do something. We drafted you what, 2 overall, and you're not even. We should have just drafted fucking LaMelo. LaMelo showed out immediately.
No, but this is my.
I ain't gonna lie, I was a hater on LaMelo, and he actually.
I figured he was gonna be nice because I saw like he had the intangibles, bro. He's a PG. All you gotta be able to do is pass the ball, and if you can score, it's a plus. You ain't gotta be you don't gotta be a scoring point guard. But in this day and age, everybody is a scoring point guard. They want them 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", so they can do multiple things. My thing is this: like, I just feel like Wiseman was taking that number 1. You expect to be catered to, bro, and he landed in the wrong team. Like I just feel like he landed in the wrong place. I honestly feel like he didn't land in the right place. Like I feel like he went to another team to where he was able to get on the floor, get touches, be able to be a part of the offense.
For me, it was a right spot because one, they don't, like you said, they don't have a big man, they don't have a real center, right? That was also what the year was. It the year that Klay was coming back? No, it was Klay was out for 2 straight years. So another year Klay is out, so they're fighting for the play-in.
Yeah.
So you have the perfect chance to freaking elevate with Steph on the court with Draymond as your point.
His depth was right. I mean, you're right. Honestly, I just feel like when you're number 1, you think as if I'm going to be that guy.
Well, he was number 2. Let's be fair. He was number 2.
But not many people want to come in and sit and be like second fiddle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like, but I feel like it was also perfect too because all he had to do was come in and grab rebounds, block shots, play defense. That's where your points are going to come.
That's him. That's him as a person, not really as a player. That's him as a person with that immaturity. That means fine. Okay, now you're gonna thrive in Detroit. Okay, cool. They're still gonna lose a bunch of games.
Yeah, die over there. And that's the same thing that DeAndre Ayton has to do now because you got Paul, Booker, KD. Now he's like he's an afterthought. His job is to protect the rim and grab rebounds. That's it. Like, they're never going to play through that kid at all. I mean, it might be 1 or 2 games, maybe, but, that ball is going elsewhere with them. So, I mean, I just wish it was a lot different for these kids, man. I wish they had more time, but.
So what? So you rather see them be like the NFL, have them be there for 3 years and then go?
I would say 2, man, because some kids without a doubt are they're NBA ready. Like Pablo, NBA ready. I mean, some kids come in and take off, but some guys I think just need more development than others.
Okay, but how is that fair then to the players that are ready now? How would that work with Kobe and LeBron?
It's rare though. It's really rare.
To me, it's different because okay, if you're transferring like straight out of high school, that whole rule there, I mean, if you're good, you're good. Hell, fuck it, you're good. But I mean, if you go to college, because when you go to college, you get hurt. That's what they're scared of. They're scared of going like tearing the ACL, breaking a leg, all that other stuff. Which you can't control that stuff, man. Which is why I'm saying I hate it, but I also respect what it's done for the league. Because some guys have came in and shown, they can get it done right away, and then some guys can't. So it's just, I don't know. The process is just kind of tedious.
Okay, one thing about the one and done, I think that hurts too. Is gonna hurt. What's his name? Not Bryce. Is it
Bryce or Bronny?
What's his name? Bronny. It's gonna hurt Bronny. Because look. You know he's gonna be one and done. You think his dad? Because honestly, I think he still needs more time. I think he'd be more. It'll benefit him more to stay in college.
Yeah, it will.
Honestly, I really don't know how he made the all American team, the All McDonald team.
You don't know how.
You think it's because of his dad?
Yes, man. It sucks too because he shows
so he's overrated. So
He shows he has skill. He shows he has talent, but it's not like nothing he's not doing nothing these other kids ain't doing. Like to me, to be honest, like
he's playing good ball, but
he's playing good. He's playing very good ball. But I'm just saying, like he goes to a high school that's all-star studded. These kids are like basically almost like selected, and they're good. So your whole team is nice, bro. And then even with the kids that played before him that were seniors, like. Bronny was on the floor, but I feel like he was on the floor because his dad was who he was. Like,
and that's the unfortunate part, right? Like, you'll never probably know how good you actually are. Exactly.
There was kids that were probably there already that were balling. As soon as he came, it was just
like some people were already comparing Bronny to Bryce, like saying who's going to be better, this, that, and the other. Like, bro, Bryce is a young kid.
I like Bryce, bro. Bryce is.
Well, he has that length, bro.
He got the length. He got the size. He might grow bigger. I like Bryce. But,
well, this is what I've been talking about with some of my buddies about Bryce and Bronny. I think Bronny has his dad's passing mind. Like, he's very selfless. He passes the rock very well. He gets, everything to his teammates to make it all look beautiful. Mm-hmm. While Bryce is the killer of the LeBron, he's got the freight train mindset on him.
Yeah,
and he can shoot from anywhere. He shoots better than his
daddy. Oh, that's when I saw that, I was like, that's definitely LeBron's gene right there. That probably got that from his mom.
So my argument will be is that they're not even projecting right now Bronny that high. Yeah. I mean, they're projecting him at 10, so he's still a lottery pick, right? But no one's saying like, oh, he's gonna go number 1 or anything like that. No one's. Yeah.
I'm actually happy about that though. Like, I don't want to pick him number 1 because of his dad. You know what I mean?
Now we don't know what he'll be in college. Maybe to a point where he could rise up his stock, and get up there. But I think Bronny and Bryce will be okay if they make the league. Compared to like the Ball brothers, I know LiAngelo is the failed experiment over there.
Yeah.
But with them, they have their daddy's mindset, and these kids have grown up with the paparazzi, with all the criticism of their daddy. Yeah. They're getting tough ready before they even should be.
But I also think too, man, that just like when it comes to them, like they've had the. Like, my thing with the kids that come after great parents, man, like, it's just so hard to follow in those shoes, bro. Like,
well, everybody compares you to your dad.
Your comparison is going to be like you either here or you're nothing, bro. Like, it's really.
At the end, also, that depends on the fan, though, because, like me, I'm never going to expect another LeBron James like that.
No, definitely.
The next guy that'll be up there in the conversation with Bron and MJ.
Yeah,
will be a completely different type of player. I mean, we don't know who will be, but it's not going to be Bronny and Bryce. But I don't have those expectations. Now,
you're a realistic fan,
right? But if you're a management of a team, if you're looking for, oh man, if we get Bronny,
that means
we got bronze. We got bronze minds and todo. Oh,
shit. But hold on. But to counter that, I hope people in management and so on Don't say, "Oh man, if we get Bronny, we get LeBron." You know what I mean? Like, not just
that's pretty
LeBron.
much how it's gonna go.
I don't. That's exactly what
his contract ends when he gets drafted.
No, but I'm saying like in the sense of, bro, don't pick up somebody because of their dad. Pick them up because they're a good player. You know what I mean? Like,
Trey, you're saying that, but these guys are chasing tickets, they're chasing jersey sales.
So 30. So there's 30 franchises, right? 30 NBA teams. How many of them do you think are actually smart and good?
I'd say about 5 to 10.
Right. Yeah, those 5 to 10 are not going to be available to draft Bronny. It's going to be the other shitty 20 teams.
Yeah,
it's going to be Orlando who will be able to pick up Bronny, and they'll put him with Paolo, and they'll be like, "Man, Paolo, Bronny, Bron, you want to join in? 45-year-old Bron, you want to get in on this?
They're going to get Bron's grandchildren.
Okay, so
LeBron's coming out of retirement at 75.
If his kid goes to college, right? When is Bronny expected to come out?
Next year.
Next
2024.
So 2024.
He's right now a senior.
Who has because I know those picks go to somebody. I know OKC has a pick. I think the Spurs might have one. I know it's a few franchises that are up there. I know some people are hoarding picks.
We're currently projected to go number 1 again next year.
Dude, what if the Spurs get Bronny because LeBron likes Pop? I'm just saying. I don't know if I'd like that.
To me, I
don't know if I'd like that.
My boy.
Again, if the Spurs have the 10th pick or 9th pick, and it's a lot farther down, or the 12, whatever, depending on his development, okay, maybe. Because we will need a point guard for Victor, right? We don't have a point guard no more. We gave him up to Atlanta. Look how that shit show's going.
Could you, dude, that right there shows exactly what it's about right there. That was the smartest move that the Spurs, in my opinion, one of the smartest moves the Spurs have ever pulled off. They sold somebody at their height and said, "Okay, have fun, good luck," and look what it's done. We got a shit ton of stuff for it for him to turn out how he did.
Trae Young is a fiasco.
I love it.
I heard he wasn't getting along with Nate. That's why they fired him.
Yeah, he's gotten 2 coaches fired now.
But my thing is, he's not that great. He's decent. Like he's like
he's a B+ player.
He's a wish version of Steph Curry. He's like what you order and what you expect.
You say he's a wish Steph troll?
Wow. Oh yes, bro. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a very great shooter.
But he ain't my leader.
That's what I mean by the intangibles, bro. Like you come out and.
But they wanted to play together, bro. They had to play together.
But who looks smart too right now? Dallas. Fucking traded back and said, "No, you know what? Don't give me Luka."
Yep.
Yeah. That would suck, bro. That would suck.
So, I mean, host, what do you got?
Yes, sir. Let's shift into this. These free agents for football. I'm gonna just run off a couple of them and we can talk about them because I'm sick of this Lamar talk. I feel like they're really disrespecting this man, and it's sad that they tag him, bro. Like, and I wish they would just trade him and let him go because they're not.
It's pretty bad out there.
But
don't sign it, Lamar. Don't sign it. Don't play. Don't sign it,
bro. He really better not. I'm actually like, don't get me wrong. I hate it on LeBron. Jesus, Lamar. But I'm actually a fan of Lamar, and I think his athletic skills are really good. But if he's not with them, bro, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. I really am.
Yeah. So this is what you got out there, man. You got Lamar Jackson, quarterback. You got Geno Smith. You got Javon Hargrave. You got Jesse Bates, Jamel Dean, Levante David, Orlando Brown, Deron Payne, and Derek Carr. So they got those listed as like the top 10 guys. I thought they messed up because they didn't put the likes of Saquon up there, CJ Gardner Johnson.
Saquon get tagged. That's kind of what I think.
So yeah, that's probably why. But I'm looking at, man, like to fill some of these places, man, like these guys are good. Like when you talk about Geno, Lamar, and them, like I think Geno played enough to hold that spot in Seattle. I don't think unless they draft a guy, I don't think they can do well. But I think they got to do right by DK. Like I feel like if they don't do right by DK, which I mean I think he's already signed if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think they did an extension already.
Like it sucks because it's like I hate to see guys like that go to waste. When I look at DK, I immediately start thinking of like Calvin Johnson, like his career. Because I mean, he had promise with Russell, but like that whole thing didn't work out for whatever reason. I don't know who's lying behind closed doors, but they've been releasing some Russell slander out the wazoo lately, and it just sucks and it's unfortunate. But I feel like DK's gonna die over there, bro. Like. It's just, I mean, Kenneth Walker is nice. Tyreek Woolen is good. You got Jamal Adams, but they
but
still.
See, that's the thing too. Like if you sign Geno and you don't draft your future, I mean, maybe you could do both. So right, I'm not saying you can't, but I'm not because they have Denver's pick, so you can do anything.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, how committed do you want to be to Geno? Because yes, he had a great 2022, right? With no one's taking that away from him.
Yeah. Great.
But let's talk. What is he like? What 12-year pro? He's got multiple years where he wasn't that, and he just showed out because he just ends up being at the right system. Right. Pete Carroll's a really good coach. We all know that. We now see kind of what it was with Russell. Now we'll see how Russell does this year with Sean Payton. But you know,
he can't get right with Sean, boy.
But the Seahawks train kept moving forward. Right. They made the playoffs. They did what they had to do.
They did really well. A lot better than people expected.
My thing is, I don't know if I commit to him because I don't know if that is like his play, how he did it this year is sustainable long term. Can he do it? Because he hasn't shown it to me before. But I get it. He's a quarterback. All quarterbacks want money. Daniel Jones wants money. It's stupid though. You are the dumbest man in the world. Go ahead, Alex.
Hey, I think
Geno Smith is.
I think Kirk Cousins is Daniel Jones' agent.
Oh my God!
Alex, go.
Alex, go.
Made the playoffs. Ask for this.
But I think Geno Smith is more. I think he could repeat it just because Pete Carroll's offense is quarterback friendly, and I think if Geno stays, I think he could not say like surpass what he did last year, but I think he could sustain what he did last year, if not just right below it. Just because of that type of offense is quarterback friendly, and you could see what that did to Russ. I mean, Russ was
that's a playoff team ready now. Also,
no, they're definitely ready.
Well, on offense, like not the defense.
Yeah.
The defense
and that's my thing. I think it is a very friendly offense because you don't got to do much because you just found your stud in Kenneth Walker. I think the kids were very promising. I just think I really just honestly think it's time to move past it, bro. Like I think they can upgrade, and I think they can draft somebody that can come in and do better. And it's a lot cheaper to do that. And I mean, you just utilize your picks and put it towards your defense because that's where you need the most help at. I think offensively, they're set. I mean, they're a running team, bro. They're gonna pound the rock. Pete Carroll's gonna run. He's going to throw to his tight ends. Like, they can get a young guy to come in and do that. Or, hell, I'm not going to bank on Drew Lock because you already saw what he's about. But I just think they can – those are fillers, man. And I just think – there's so many guys that are going to be out here. Like,
yeah, I'm telling you, the free agency quarterback section is a huge market right now.
So let me ask this because, it's, like you said, it's team-friendly, right?
Yeah.
How much are you willing to spend on the QB right now? Are you going to rather go with the rookie or would you rather go with how much are you willing to pay at one right now?
Depending on what team you are.
I'm saying Seattle. I'm saying Seattle.
If I'm Seattle, I'm going with a rookie, bro. I love Geno. I thank you for what you did.
I can't do a rookie right now.
No,
I can't. Especially with what you just said about DK, I ain't doing a rookie.
DK, Lockett, Kenneth Walker, a decent line, tight end.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. So,
James.
You're gonna go all in on that team. With
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying pay a decent quarterback. Okay. You don't
not the whole bag.
Yeah, not the bag, but get a decent quarterback. Like, and I'm being hypothetical because obviously I don't know what they're gonna make. Get a Derek Carr who's a decent enough quarterback that you don't have to pay $50 million a fucking year, and then work your defense. You already have everybody on offense that you really need besides the quarterback. Pay a good, decent quarterback, and then work your defense. Done. End of story.
James, what quarterback? What rookie quarterback do you think they could land though? Because by the time they're on the clock, you think Bryce Young and CJ Stroud are going to be on the board?
And those are probably the only two names that will do anything at the first year.
Yeah, maybe. The other guys are more of not a plug. I mean, of course,
You
you
don't
might have to plug
play.
them in, but
Yeah,
those
but not
are
plug
more
and
guys that you have to give them time.
Yep.
They're your Zach Wilsons of the draft, bro.
Yep.
Don't compare nobody
I mean,
to that.
I mean, I'm not wrong though.
Ass, bro. Okay, so wait, all right. Look,
I
I'm gonna say it now.
I don't know. I don't know what your take on Will Levis is.
But this okay, so okay, right, all right. Look. So the Texans got David Mills. You think they're gonna move off of David Mills?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, wait. I'm just
get the giraffe out of here. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Love peace and chicken grease, baby.
XFL to you, Poppy.
Love peace and chicken grease. Get the fuck out.
Hey, I was just asking, bro. Chill.
You asked a silly question.
Okay, so
am I black?
So the kid from Kentucky, y'all don't have no faith in him? Will Levis?
His only good year in college was whenever they had a great running game and they had a decent wide receiver.
You want me to be honest?
No, everybody got drafted. Everybody got drafted.
Go ahead.
And he didn't do so good.
Yo, he's Mac Jones light. Let me tell you that right there. He's Mac Jones light. You don't unless you have the whole perfect system around him, he ain't gonna do diddly for you, bubbas.
But hey,
he's being overhyped because of an arm. Guess who also had an arm? Zach Wilson. How's he doing?
Yeah. Hey, what about is the kid from TCU not entering the draft? Or they expect him to go late?
He might go undrafted, just to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Oh wow, damn.
The kid from Florida is pretty good.
He's being hyped up more. He's moving up past Levis on the.
I think he's a project guy though.
The big names are C.J. Stroud. Oh my God, what's his
Bryce
name?
Young.
Bryce Young. Isn't the one from Georgia? Isn't he?
Not really.
They're not hyping him. Okay,
it's those two: Will Levis and Anthony Richardson.
See, I thought they were trying to hype up the Georgia dude, which he has experience in the sense of how long he's played and his age. But
yeah, but my thing is this:
he got a DUI or something.
I just, yeah, he did. I just feel like I really feel like when it comes to Seattle, I think they're like on the cusp because you think like Jalen Ramsey's going to get traded from the Rams, possibly, or is supposed to be going down.
Oh, he's requested it already. He said Patriots.
He did already. I didn't know.
Patriots, Seahawks.
See,
bro, the other fucking teams over there. I forgot what it was.
Quarterback and then get Jalen, bruh.
Don't do it. Don't do it because you already messed up with Jamal Adams. Don't do it. Don't do it. No.
That could be a nasty move.
Yeah.
It could be, but don't do it.
But I'm saying if you go to the Patriots, bro, my God.
That would.
I mean that's Belichick's specialty. He's not gonna bump up the offense. Like if we're talking about my team right now, we ain't talking. He ain't bumping him up. They're bumping up the defense.
Yeah.
But what you said right there, they're on the cusp. Exactly why? Why would you draft a rookie who's not gonna produce?
Is he muted?
Did you mute yourself, fool?
James, no one hear you. No one hear you, James. Host. Hello. I know what can hear you, papas. Hold on. Let's see. Get him out. Get him in. Hello. This man lost everything.
James was going on a rant too. I saw that. Oh, shut down.
My stuff keeps on cutting in and out, so I don't know how long I got, fellas.
You're good, bro.
It's okay. James is the one that died out. I guess I'll be interim host for now. Just so y'all know, I'm letting the guys take over for the next one so I can get a little break so they can come up with awesome ideas, and that way I can just be me. Like how I was earlier, because that was hilarious. But I agree with you, Trey. I think Geno Smith is the right choice because you're playoff ready now.
Yeah.
Versus, going for James.
I'm good.
Hey!
Okay.
Real quick, before we get on this rant again, did you see? I hate the NFL sometimes so much. Did you see the Hall of Fame game?
Which one? Last year's?
The Jets versus the Browns this year. I hate the NFL so much.
Why?
There's a terrible game, bro. Make it a good game.
Why isn't the opener of the season the Hall of Fame game? Like, why are we paying their tribute and respects to them on the opening season?
Yeah, I would honestly like that too. But my thing it's usually I've always found it to usually be like classic, like historic teams that are usually always play on there because it's usually like the Raiders, the Steelers. Yeah, it is trash. Dallas.
Who's headlining it this year? Because that might be a reason why.
What's that?
Who's headlining the Hall of Fame? Who's like the big name? Because that might be a
Revis,
reason why.
Revis.
That's why we got the Jets. There you go. That's it. That's why we got the Jets.
Revis.
And we got the offensive tackle from the Browns.
Joe
That's
Thomas.
What it is.
You're right.
That's why.
You're right.
Yeah. Revis, Joe Thomas. Revis, Joe Thomas, Ware, and who else was it? I can't think of the other.
See, but yeah, well, okay. Continue on what we were saying.
Go back to Gino. Don't talk about this shitty shit.
Yeah, but it's just the teams that can pick up like with when you come to the offense with Seattle. I just think, bro, honestly, it's either you're in win now mode or you finna try to build up somebody.
Well, okay, so that right there, but that right there is why I argue that. So if you think about it, in theory, you already have again a solid offense, and your defense is not the best. The defense isn't the best, but they're not terrible, right? They're not the worst either. Your defense needs a quarterback, which Gino put up some numbers. Cool, okay, but I think with a better quarterback, they'll produce more, right?
Yeah.
When you get a quarterback, you're good on that end because you have a decent line, you have a good tight end that's athletic, you have good receivers and a good running back, right? So then you go on the defensive side. So now you have picks that are pretty high that you can actually even leverage for either a trade for a quarterback for money or trade back and get somebody on the defense.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's
my thing is like they're going to have to battle for. They're going to have to tough it out with the 49ers. The 49ers are pretty set for like the next.
So what makes them good against the 49ers?
Defense, really.
Exactly. So that's my point is you're not going to go – why would you trust a rookie quarterback to hold the potential of your future in the Cincinnati team?
I'm just honestly with them, I'm just looking like long I'm looking like for the long haul. I
understand that, but again, at the same time, you can easily buy a quarterback this year, draft a quarterback next year, train that quarterback up, and in 2 to 3 years, there's your hero.
So I mean, it's not looking like nobody's going there.
Like, that's my biggest concern is who would want to go to Seattle.
Yeah, because you got Derek Carr.
But the thing is, look, if they have,
go ahead.
Alex?
Go ahead, Alex.
No, I'm saying like if they were to have a bad year, if they have a bad year, so be it, right? I mean, I think the next not this draft class, but the following draft class of QBs is probably going to be a lot better than this one.
Exactly.
And that's saying something, you know. So I think.
Do they have y'all's next year pick
even
too?
If they're in
Trey?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I honestly I hope they do give Geno Smith another chance, and if he does bad, I mean, man, it's gonna suck because I mean
you can go.
Yeah, but and exactly like I mean,
you could safe.
Mm-hmm. And you don't waste money on quarterback.
Yeah, but my thing is okay. So
and yes, you don't want to waste their talents.
Yep.
With him having the year he's had, what do you think he's gonna like get paid?
I don't think he'd still get paid. I mean, I think
the market will say he should get a minimum of $35 million. Minimum.
That's crazy, bro.
But how long?
Well, it depends on you. You can also say okay, we'll send you for 2 years with a 30-year option.
Yeah.
And I'll pay you, and we'll pay you this much.
Yeah. My thing with it is like, why really invest in it if you know he's truly not your future and you're just trying to get by? Because I think he already has the.
Well, here's another thing too.
You know,
where did they end up this year? They ended up in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
They're only the number 5 pick because of said Broncos, right? The Broncos flopped. Next year will be their own pick. You're gonna sign him, so you have a temporary band-aid over this, this boo-boo. Okay, you can still compete, but if you flop, if you don't, and you're not able to compete, and if he turns back to Geno of the Jets, then you have a top pick next year or the following year, and then you can get your real quarterback. That's why you do it like this, because you're not expecting to be, you're taking the chance, but you're not really.
Yeah.
You're not signing him a 5-year contract. You sign him short term. That's what I'm saying, 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, and I mean, I like what he.
And you know what?
I like what he can do for them.
I won't.
It's mixed emotions.
We won't be. Will we be all haters though if they do bad though? I wouldn't be like, oh man, they messed up by giving him a deal.
Nah,
I don't think so. I think they'll be more beneficial. Like I said,
yeah, it goes on the person or the fans. Like, where do you have the expectations? Me, maybe the second best team in the NFC West, maybe a playoff team, not really a Super Bowl team. Okay, like cool. Like we also obviously have a talent. Here's another thing too. We're not even considering. Y'all know how old Pete Carroll is? That fool's about to retire.
He's old.
He ain't gonna be here long, so that team's gonna get blown up no matter what in like 2-3 years.
Yeah, and my thing is just like because they have those 2 picks, man. You got 2 picks in the first round. Like you can't mess that up, bro. Like
you hope
you can.
I was gonna say you hope.
Yeah.
You can.
But like y'all know what I mean, man. You can't.
Bro, they need to go watch what's that movie Draft Day with
Draft Day.
Go work some magic, baby. I love watching that movie. I'm gonna lie. I love watching
it.
And then you end up on Yellowstone.
Dude. No, but okay, so
they're the 5 and the 20th. Okay, you cannot mess that up. Now, if you wanted to take that risk and get your young QB, you could trade those 2 picks to the Chicago Bears.
Or you can trade away the number 5 and still keep 20 for something.
God.
That might make Alex moist, but you know.
That would be nice, bro.
No,
there's plenty
because I kind of want a defensive player in this draft, and I feel like the player that I want won't be there at number 5. And then there's another corner. There's a corner.
I wouldn't go.
Why are y'all trying to get
decent? Yeah, y'all's defense is decent. Y'all need some help on the offense.
No, we need interior. We need interior linemen. And
both linemen.
Look,
but they got Brisker.
Payne just
linemen.
Payne just got franchise tag today. Payne just got franchise tag today from the Commanders. That was one guy that the Bears were targeting. Now, granted, if he didn't get a tag, now I think the Bears make a move on him. But since he did, I think this will like kind of make them rethink what they're gonna do in the draft, because, dude, we need a 3 technique for sure in this draft. Okay, and Jalen Carter, I think, is the best prospect in the draft.
Y'all got so look. We just segue, like Jose said, into my next thing. Like, what is your team needs and cuts? Like, what does your team need to go after? What does your team need to get rid of? So since we're on your Bears, let's talk about it. In the free agency right now, you got Marcus Davenport, you got Zach Allen, you got Draymond Jones from Trey's Broncos. It was Daron Payne, and then you got linebackers like Levante David out there. Like, y'all could easily add 2 of these guys in the offseason because y'all got hella cap space. Like,
I don't think Davenport comes to Chicago. I honestly think he might go to New England. But that's one guy that I would want the Bears to get. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Now, Davis, I feel like that's more likely, or the linebacker from Indianapolis. I mean, the Colts. I think it has a weird last name. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
But okay, but is it
from the Colts? No,
yeah.
the linebacker.
A linebacker. I'm sorry, I'm looking at offense right now. My apologies.
But my thing is because y'all got Brisker.
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about now.
Y'all got Brisker. Y'all got 2 young studs at corner. Like, bro, I think y'all are set kind of defensively to let that defense.
You're talking about Bobby
Ngakwe.
Yeah.
Yannick Ngakwe.
Oh, Ngakwe.
Oh, he's a journeyman. Like, fuck, he's been everywhere. But he's still decent. He still shows some promise. I'm just saying, like, y'all have talent, but why not build around Justin Fields? I don't understand that.
So hold on. I'll speak for this one for Alex. Because here's the thing. You could always get offensive talent under free agency. That's why. You could always go for that.
That's what I'm thinking.
You're going to overpay for those players. The same way Jacksonville overpaid for Christian Kirk, for all these other hoes that didn't deserve it at the time. That's what Chicago's going to do. What Chicago's doing is smart in getting these linemen, offensive and defensive linemen in the draft, because you're putting them on rookie deals. That means you have to you can pay them the first round, the minimum, whatever the fuck it is, and you have more cap space available for those bigger names.
Yeah.
So you want to go and trade for maybe a T. Higgins or a Tyler Boyd, you can and then extend them. You can do that. That's what you do it. The draft. You don't have to pay them that much. You're thinking like if you have to pay them like 24 mil or something like that.
Oh,
yeah, maybe first rounders, but those guys you pay less because not every rookie coming in is a Garrett Wilson or a Sauce Gardner or this and that.
Now, I'll tell you one guy that is Jordan Addison is one guy that I hope the Bears get.
No, but I'm not talking about in that sense. I'm really speaking on the likes of like as far as building around him, yes, build his line, please. Because the reason he did majority of his running was because he was not protected. Like, yes, I understand that. They gotta build on that. But I'm saying like all the hoopla as far as like trading away these picks to try to bring in other pieces. Like, I don't see that cause like you said, the free agency pool is so deep this year. Like, they can fix the majority of what they need to fix in the free agency. But as far as drafting, like, don't go after like they don't need defense in the draft.
But you want yes, you do, because you need these guys to last long. That's the point. You have them on rookie deals, so you have them for a full 5 years.
Yeah.
Guys who you sign for free agency, not going to be always 5-year guys.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys are going to be 3, 4 at best. And we're talking about young guys with still hopefully no injuries coming into the league.
Yeah.
None of that stuff. So whereas you got the other guys, the veterans, they're going to be exhausted, exposed, weak legs, weak back. Okay,
so with this pick, they absolutely have to take Jalen Carter.
They'll trade back. They will trade back.
I think they'll trade it back.
Or they better take Will Anderson. Like,
that's not what Alex wants, to be fair.
He's a good player, but to me, I don't think he'll fit well because I watched.
So who are you wanting them to take?
He's Addison.
Well, my deal is Jalen Carter, and if they trade back, is Jordan Addison from USC. And I think he's a real hidden gem that nobody's gonna even freaking like look at.
So you want to go after a receiver?
If these guys are not available and if they trade back, I think that's what they're gonna do.
I think they have to go after a receiver.
The Bears have hit on every defensive player they've picked. Jalen Johnson is a starter.
He's solid.
Kyle Gordon.
Brisker.
Eddie Jackson.
Like Brisker.
Now Eddie Jackson has been there for a while now, or I think he's already on a second contract. So those 4 guys right there are nice secondary guys. Now, one thing that's killing the Bears is their running game and their linebacker. They can't stop the run game, and it starts with a 3 technique, and that's why I think Jalen Carter is perfect.
Yeah, he is. He's that's a must.
And I think he's the best prospect in the draft.
Yeah, they got him going number 1. So, all right, Jose, what's up with your Patriots?
You release Jonnu Smith because unfortunately he is your highest paid offensive player right now. You get rid of him because he hasn't done much for you for whatever reason. I don't think it's him because I think he's not a fantastic tight end. I think he's a really good tight end. He's like a good B plus guy. They just haven't capitalized on his skills and set. So we let him go and we focus on the offensive line. The offensive line has been ravaged with injuries. Our left tackle is a bust. He's a first-round bust. Talking about Wynn.
Oh. Yeah, I was about to say that.
He is a bust. Now, Cole Strange did a good job as a rookie last year. I didn't like the pick initially because he was projected to be a 3rd rounder, and they got him in the 1st.
Oh, shit.
So I was not a fan of that of the timing of what they got him because they traded back a few times and let other teams get players I would have wanted. So it is what it is. I would prefer if they focus on the O lineman because now with Bill O'Brien and his scheme, the way he will call plays for Mac Jones, you're going to need to protect him more and give him a little more time than y'all gave him last year, especially with Mac Jones only giving you about just barely fucking, what was it, 15, 16 touchdowns last year. It wasn't impressive. It was not good. His touchdown interception ratio was bad. And y'all have heard me before say this if you've listened to the pod before.
Yeah.
I'm a big judge on rookie quarterbacks after 3 years. If you're 3 years and you're still not developing, you're a bust, you're out. This is Mac Jones' year. This is the year where he has to prove that he is a Patriots future. I've never been high on the kid personally. That's me. I've always said, like, look, everyone's hyping him because they hoping he's the next Tom Brady. Not everyone's the next Tom Brady, unfortunately. So
that's a hard hype shit.
That's a really hard place to put this kid, especially with last year. They're fucking like praising for Zappy over here, and Zappy is no better. I mean, to be honest, but everyone was so hyped because he was like, "Oh, he's doing something that Mac Jones can't do."
He came in and did a little bit of offense.
And my thing is, like, people forgot Mac Jones led that fucking Patriots team to 8 straight wins with fucking Josh McDaniels as the OC. So imagine if we had a good fucking O-line and a good OC, what we could have done last year. We were on the cusp of being a playoff team, and I told y'all before the season started, we're just gonna miss it, and we're gonna need a lot of luck to make it in. And that's exactly what happened. We did not. We were on the cusp of making it. We would have needed more luck to just get in there.
Yeah.
I think the Patriots write out Mac Jones though until the wheels fall off. You know what I mean? Because he didn't come into the league with high ceilings. You kind of already knew what he gave you because he was one of those guys in college that stayed. And you kind of already knew what his ceiling was. I wasn't really high on him either. But I mean, the Bill Belichick and Nick Saban relationship had to do a lot. I think had to do a lot with it. Bill Belichick does kind of like go to Nick Saban for advice, and vice versa. They both, because they're both respected in their own, like, he's respected in the collegiate league and they're respected in the NFL. But like I said, man, they just gotta write him out, and hopefully another QB comes along, because I think that's what's gonna hold the Patriots back. Honestly, is Mac Jones.
So Jose, who did you expect to take in that place instead of Mac Jones? Because I didn't think Mac Jones was a Patriots like pick.
Yes, he is. He was the perfect example of what the Patriots were looking for.
I mean, but he's
a white pocket passer in the fucking blue uniform at home. Yes, exactly what he is. He is. Yes, he is. You know who I wanted that year? I wanted Justin Fields. I wanted something different. I wanted to change the game for the Patriots standards. But they stuck with the guy that is Tom Brady, super light. They went with the guy that was ideal because
in the sense of like brains and all of that they're I'm pretty sure that's what the Brady is.
At 15, I wanted Justin Fields. At 15.
But that like his arm strength, his like the arm power, it's not there. Like he's not.
Who are you talking about? Mac or Justin?
Mac.
I know.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like for me, watching Bama so much, because like my uncle's like a diehard Bama fan, so we saw like.
But that's what made him the perfect guy, because he just does his job. He is the game manager.
He's a student of the game, and he's well aware of what everything's happening. That's why to me he's a Patriots guy.
Yeah,
he's a student of the game, and he recognizes a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. And here's the thing too, he's also still a winner. Despite of everything else, he still wants to win. He fights, he bitches, he moans. He wants that win regardless, because that's what he's accustomed to. Organized teams, good fucking play calls, everything. Matt Patricia, ass, get out of here. Go to Denver. Go Judge, ass, get out of here. Go to CFL. Go to Canada. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, God.
Like now we will have an organized guy. And I will say this right now, and I think I said it a few weeks ago, Patriots can make the playoffs next year.
Y'all should. Y'all should.
I can't say should, because I need to see what they do this offseason once March 15th comes around.
I'm saying I don't like that organization isn't accustomed to losing, period. So I feel like the right changes are going to be made. All the pieces are going to come together eventually. And I feel like they still got money to make splashes.
Here, look. Let me tell you right now what's going to happen, because I'm looking at the guys who are pretty much free agents this year. Nelson Aguilar, out. Devin McCourty, we're keeping you for another year if you're willing not to retire. Jonathan Jones, stay healthy, bro. Jonathan Jones, stay healthy, and we might pay you because we pay defensive guys. Jacoby Myers, thank you for your service. Isaiah Wynn, get the fuck out of here. Matthew Slater's already said he's coming back. Jabril Peppers, you could be cheap. We'll pay you again. Marcus Cannon, we need you because we're fucking, this offensive line is ravaged. So that's what I'm saying. Like those things, like right there, like we can let go of a lot of guys. We're gonna see another revamp thing like we did like a few years ago, but it is what it is, man. Like,
do y'all bring in receivers? Do y'all bring in any receivers?
We might draft the receiver, but we're not gonna bring anybody in. Here's why. Nobody's gonna go in wanting to be traded or want to freely sign unless they're a guy that desperately needs a job.
But I'm saying Hopkins, Belichick got a little, little buddy.
Okay, so but what do we have to give up to get him? Our first round pick. Okay, right? So one, I'm gonna worry about how old he is, how much money he wants, and is he off the fucking steroid pills? No, because, and here's why they're gonna question it. They got rid of Chandler Jones. If you know Chandler Jones' game, he's fucking amazing, and they got him because he was on synthetic weed. And they still won a Super Bowl with him, and they still let him go. Yeah. They sent it to the Cardinals. That dude was our first round guy, and he was supposed to be our fucking future. We haven't had a pass rusher as great as him since.
Matthew Judon?
Matthew Judon now.
Well, now. But you're talking about from when we gave him up all the way to now.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Gotcha. Okay. Respect.
Now, also as a Patriot, we don't want to draft the receivers because we suck at that.
It's true.
We could have had Debo. We could have had AJ Brown. Just to throw that out there, we picked N'Keal Harry. That tells you everything. No, put your horn out. Shut your horn out.
He is cheap.
He's out. He's not bad,
but he's not one of them.
He can't say 6'5" and can't stay healthy. Get the fuck out of here. No,
he's not bad, but he's not one of them.
No, but he got drafted. He shouldn't have been drafted in the first round. I think he was a third round guy, honestly.
Yeah,
and that's honestly that's my brother. That was my brother's favorite player coming out of college because where he played at, and so we watched a lot of his game, and we were so surprised.
I want to hear this. I want to hear Denver now. I'm
yeah, me too.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey guys.
We suck again.
Okay, you want some talkings?
We suck again. Yes. Very nice. Very nice.
What's up, Trey? What we talking about?
So I think for us, obviously we have some big shoes to fill in the sense of what we were once. I think the biggest questions for us right now is the health of Javonte is a big factor. Some people are saying he's going to be back for week 1. Some people are saying he's not. So personally, I think we do need to go after a running back, and I think we need to have a 1-2 punch.
Gotcha.
So that's my thing. There are a lot of free agent running backs right now, and I would love to pursue one of them. But like they said, what is the cost?
Yeah.
Obviously the big names are Josh Jacobs, Saquon. There was one more, I can't think of who it was now. But I know those guys are going to be very, very high up there, and I highly doubt Raiders will trade or let us get Jacobs itself.
Kareem Hunt.
That's another one. Thank you. I knew there was one more big name. I can't remember who. Okay with Kareem Hunt.
Yo. Our touchdown leader, rushing touchdown leader, Jamal Williams is a free agent.
Hey.
And if he doesn't say with Detroit.
Actually, I'm okay with that. I think Detroit to keep him, but
they've done worse.
That's what I was thinking was Kareem Hunt, because then you have the big money, and then when Javonte does come back, you got speed. Like, I think that would be a great combo itself. The biggest thing for me is we need a lineman, O-line. We were like probably one of the worst teams, if not the worst, in sacks allowed.
What does PFF say?
Terrible. It was terrible. So I think the lineman is our biggest one. I was looking right now. Dalton Reisner, who's our guard, is on free agency.
Y'all have him?
Dalton Reisner.
Oh, shit.
I like Reisner actually a lot. So I'm curious if we re-sign him. I hope we do. Another big free agent that I was looking at, y'all mentioned Draymond Jones, but Kareem Jackson for me is scary because I actually like K-Jack a lot.
Oh, so do I.
I think him and Justin Simmons together is like a really nasty 1-2 punch. So I'm not really too worried about our defensive side besides Kareem and
I wouldn't.
DJ Jones.
Yeah.
But our offense is my biggest thing is we have a top 5 defense right now, in my opinion. A top 5 defense. And we're not really losing too much besides maybe K-Jack and Draymond Jones, which I think K-Jack is harder to fill personally than Draymond Jones is. I think another big body can step in with Draymond. So for me personally, I want to work on the offensive side. We paid a lot of money for Russ. We have an offensive coach. We have, we have all these things and these tangibles that we need to work on. Let's work on our line. Let's get a good line. Let's bulk it up.
I mean, that's honestly what I think. That's the only hole I think I have to fill.
I think so.
Is offensive line because I look at what Sean Payton has done with receivers. I think he's only had maybe. I think Michael Thomas is probably the biggest receiver he's ever had. Like as far as like star receiver. Because Marcus Colston was decent.
Yeah, but he wasn't nothing special.
I don't think he was to the hype of Michael Thomas.
No.
Like people always talk about Michael Thomas just running slants, but shit. I mean, he wasn't out here just dropping passes.
But if you look at our receiver core, it's ridiculous.
But that's what I'm saying. Y'all have a big body in Sutton. You got sweet feet in Jared Judy. You got another big body in Tim Patrick. You got speed with KJ.
That's what I'm saying. And then our tight ends.
I can't even pronounce the name of that tight end, and he's a big
that
body.
boy cold.
Albert.
I have 2 of them. We have 2.
Him and then a dude with the
OJ, I don't know how to say his fucking name. I butchered every gosh.
They're decent, and I think that's just Russ. Russ doesn't have to have like crazy tight ends.
He doesn't.
They just got to be versatile. So
we got Abba with Gumba.
Well, all right. Put that on.
We call him Alberto.
Put that on the title of the episode.
Great. Yo, what do you like if the Broncos were to draft Battle out of Alabama, the safety out of Alabama, and then maybe get it, and then get a
Battle was a beast, man. George Battle was a beast.
And you know what? He might fall all the way down to y'all too,
dude. That would
out
be
of the first round.
Because even
get a running back in the free agency. Now here's why. Because if you draft a running back, the longevity of the running back doesn't very last.
Oh, I don't want to draft a running back. I don't want to. So, I want us to purchase a running. Because again, same concept like we were talking about with Seattle.
Yeah.
How I want Seattle to pay for a quarterback, I want us to pay for a running back. I want to get an experienced running back that's going to be. And yes, obviously, stop.
Okay. Hear me out. Okay. We all agree last year AFC West should have been playoff contenders, right?
All of them.
All of them should have been, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What stat did I share with y'all not that long ago, or someone shared? Maybe it wasn't me or someone. What was the average pay for running backs in the playoffs or the Super Bowls in the last few years? The average was like about $2 million.
Oh yeah, no, I think it was you that said that. It was cheap. It was real cheap.
It was about $2 million. These guys that are free agents are not going to be asking for that low, which they should if they're trying to help the team win.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like Josh Jacobs, I think he's good. I think he's asking for 14, 15 mil. That's about 10 more than I would pay a running back, a free agent running back.
Bro, listen to some of these names though that are free agents. Are you ready for this shit? I'm just gonna ram them off. You got Saquon, you got Kareem Hunt, Rashad Penny, Jamal Williams, Josh Jacobs, Raheem Mostert, which Ryan. You got Samaje P. Ryan. You got Miles Sanders, which some people say iffy. Okay, cool. You have Jerick McKinnon. You have Dearness Johnson, which okay. You have a couple small names like Royce Freeman, Latavius Murray. You got Jeff Wilson, which was I think solid. Kenyon Drake was decent. Marlon Mack, who stepped up for us. David Montgomery. The bigger one is Devin Singletary. I'm curious to see where he actually goes. I'm not saying for us, but I'm just saying.
I don't think. I don't.
The
So a lot
biggest
of those
one
guys
that I love. The biggest one that I love. Hold on. The biggest one that I love, James. I love you to death. Tony Pollard.
He'll get tagged.
I know.
You know what? And if he honestly, Trey, I mean, I don't know how you feel about this, and you might get him on the cheap. You might get my guy Damian Harris.
And I'm okay. Damian Harris wasn't terrible.
No, he's not. He's not. As long as he can stay healthy. That's what I'm saying. If you want that 1-2 punch,
exactly. We don't need anybody to be the number one. Now, I want to be personal and be the number one, but you know what I mean. Like
he's a great system running back.
Exactly.
Very great.
No, but my thing is this: with Denver, you got to think of who their head coach is, right?
Yep.
Think of the offensive system that he runs. He
likes the 1-2 punch running back.
Yeah, he likes the 1-2 punch. He likes a bigger guy that can pound the rock, and then he wants an explosive guy that can catch out of the backfield.
Exactly. So we need a bigger guy. That's why I'm leaning towards Kareem Hunt personally. That's why I said that earlier.
But yeah, I mean, and Kareem Hunt can do both of them though.
He can.
Kareem might ask for like 7-8 mil, just to be fair.
But so it's like,
honestly, I think Kareem would be worth it, to be completely serious.
What's your cap space? Hold on, let me look that up real quick.
You looking it up?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
But honestly, think about it like this: Kareem Hunt. Let's say hypothetically, Javonte is not ready by week 1. I don't see him coming too late. I'd say maybe week 3, week 4, give or take. That means you can have Kareem Hunt as a solid RB1 for at least 3 or 4 weeks, and then a rotation after that.
But my thing is this: even at that, a lot of those guys that you name, probably after like 5 or 6, a lot of those guys are gonna be waiting till offseason, waiting for an injury to happen.
You're not wrong, bro.
So, and then give or take, man, like if I have somebody like Williams that I know I want to be like that franchise guy, I'm not going to rush him back. That's where a lot of these teams make mistakes at. They rush these guys back. They're not fully healthy, and then it springs another injury. So
that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping we get somebody like that can play multiple downs, like a Kareem Hunt, like maybe a Saquon, like a Jamal Williams, and then let Javonte come back when he's ready.
Man, if y'all got Saquon, bro, I'm sorry.
I don't see it happening, but we can dream.
It's a stretch, man. But
currently, depending on like what y'all do right now, as far as who you let go, who you trade away, you have about like 9 mil. So that's what I'm saying. Like you want to get those cheapies. Like get a Damian Harris. Like he's young.
Yeah,
he's coming off a rookie deal. He won't have to demand too much because teams will use the health as a thing against him.
Yeah.
Now, of course,
you could even draft a running back.
And you could, but you take that
out of Eastern.
Look at Isaiah Pacheco.
There's a running back out of Eastern Carolina that might drop that will probably fit perfect in Denver. He's like Pacheco, like one of those running backs, just shifty running back.
Bro, if y'all, man, and I know Sean Payton, man. Sean Payton know how to find them scat backs, bro.
Yeah,
you know how to find them scat.
Trey, I my apologies if I didn't catch it. What do you think of Jerry Jeudy? You think he's staying?
Yeah, I think so.
I think the team trades him.
No, I think Jeudy sees the potential in what we have. Now, don't get me wrong. I could easily see him being traded away, but I don't. I see what we have. What? You don't think so?
No, I see it too, but it's just like,
wow.
I just know like Sean Payton. Not that I know him, but it's like I just like
no. You know that guy.
He's a big pass guy, bro. Like, and what y'all have is like perfect.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
I think Jeudy sees that.
It's perfect, but it's a matter of like, dog, everything rides on Russ. Like, y'all success lives and dies. And if you don't get it done, this dude.
The free agent pool, by the way, in wide receivers is not that hot. Not that hot.
No, and that's what I'm saying. I don't think I don't think we make a move or he makes a move. I think again he sees what he has.
What if Sean Payton nudges, Judy and says, I'm going to trade you for Michael Thomas. Maybe this year he'll be healthy.
Ooh, shit.
I haven't seen Michael Thomas healthy in about 3 years.
Exactly.
I'm mad. I held on to that motherfucker with dear life.
Dumb for that too.
Fantasy.
Shout out to our boy Lewis, who gets him every year through trade or draft.
But Jerry Jeudy? I mean, like, I loved him in college, man. He was a good receiver, but man, the potential's there, bro. But like, honestly,
this year, and we didn't even have a great system.
Yeah, but the thing is, like the idea is to play all 16 games. I mean, yes, it doesn't happen often, but man, it just sometimes like
for him, it really doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but he's a great receiver, bro. And if they trade him, some team will like. I think the team that trades for him will win the trade. Honestly,
think about it like this, bro. With not even a good season, like we had a pretty fucking bad season. Like offense, let's be realistic here. He still put up almost 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns, and that was on a terrible season with Russ running around like a freaking animal, like a chicken with the head cut off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Ground.
So okay. Hypothetically speaking, if y'all were to move Jeudy, who would you want to bring in?
I think you create more draft capital. Honestly,
I would. Yeah. The only reason, and this is just hypotheticals. The only reason I would say get rid of Jeudy is to create cap space.
Yes,
and to maybe get future drafts.
Yes.
I don't want another player. I think even at that, let's say again, being hypothetical. Let's say we trade Jeudy. We still have Cortland Sutton, who's a really good receiver.
A healthy Tim Patrick.
We still have Tim Patrick, which is a really good receiver. Like
I forgot about Tim Patrick.
Then you have KJ. Then you have 2 tight ends. Yeah. So even if we do trade him, we still have spots there.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I'm also creating because you only have $9 million right now in the cap space. Yeah,
and it could
also trade him to get free that up.
Yeah, and it could easily be, and I could see it for sure. God, I was looking through it. I swear, if they trade away somebody like Justin Simmons or anything like that, I'm gonna fucking lose my gosh damn mind.
Yeah, okay.
So like,
I can sign N'Keal Harry on the cheap.
So you know how Jerry Jeudy has been hurt, right? So his stock goes down whenever you will trade for him. So what would you think a team will give up for him though?
I think they'd give up a decent amount, depending on what team you're looking at. Because they need a decent.
I think it depends on team and it depends on scheme.
If I had to guess, at best a 3rd round, like let's say this year, and like a 6th or 7th round next year.
That's what I was. I would say a 3rd round, right?
3rd round this year, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that's not terrible. Again, that's not my future, but again, I would do that plus cap space. Like that'd be the only.
I still can't believe we traded Amari for 2 4th picks.
And the other one that scares me too
is 5th rounder, baby.
Right now, our highest cap are Russ, and then Cortland's number 2. Yeah. So that scares me too, because are they going to look into Cortland and be like, okay, look, you take up way too much cap space. Let's move on. Like that's what scares me too, because Cortland.
It might be, bro. It might be Cortland, or it might be your guy Simmons.
I pray to God it's not Justin Simmons. I'm okay with losing Cortland.
Stop saying that name, Alex. You're gonna give this man a heart attack.
I'm okay, but if we lose Justin Simmons, bro,
I don't think
you're not.
I don't think so at all either, because that defense, bro, is so low.
That would be the stupidest move ever, bro.
I think that defense is so good, bro.
And it is. So young. He runs the defense.
It's young. It's you, man. No, you can't trade the coach, man.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly, right? That would literally be trading our best defensive player and one of the most athletic dudes in the NFL away. Why? Why the fuck would you do that?
I don't think he's our best defensive player though. I think he's number 2. But...
How? Who?
I think PS2 is. Yeah, I'm about to say.
Oh,
PS2. P2 is our best player.
That dude is cool as fuck. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying in the sense of overall, Justin Simmons is nasty.
Yeah, I'm still mad y'all got him. Of course, I wouldn't trade him.
PS2 is gonna ask for a lot of money in a few years.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade him for Michael Parsons. But I'm still mad we didn't get him.
Fucking shit.
I'm still mad we didn't get him. I wanted him so bad.
It's okay. You're paying a lot of money to Randy Gregory too, so that's gonna.
Ooh, I forgot y'all got that.
Oh, that's also a guy maybe, you know.
Yeah.
Well, he just got signed, so I mean,
yeah,
that's a lot of dead cap space if they let him go.
Yeah. So there's, man, like I said in multiple podcasts, this is off season is going to be very, very. I mean, even with the hiring so far with some of the coaches, obviously we got Sean Payton and we got Vance over Vic. I get that. They're even talking about Matt Patricia coming in. I don't know.
I'm sorry that y'all got stuck with Vance Joseph.
I'm actually, dude. Vance Joseph was not a bad defensive coordinator though. He wasn't. He was a terrible coach.
We're talking about Rex Ryan.
No, I know. It was Rex Ryan. It was Vic.
I was mad, bro. When I saw that, I was like, "This motherfucker."
You think about it, we had
y'all were to get Rex
Vic or Vance Joseph. Like that's solid ass 1, 2, 3. So I'll take it.
If y'all would have got Rex though, dude, I'm hyped. I would have been so fucking hyped.
Oh, for sure. I think everybody would have been at that point of like.
I would have said this in front of Marco. Denver's gonna beat the Chiefs. No,
hey, for real. Man, I got Rex,
bro.
It was
Rex
bro.
Rex is nasty. Rex is nasty.
Rex and DC's been nasty as hell.
Y'all offense is finna be cracked, bro. I pray, Lord, please let Russell be.
That's what I'm saying, bro. We just need a little bit of line.
Be half of what he used to be, bro. Like,
let Russ cook. For real, bro.
Look,
no.
Y'all gonna be saying right now, let Russ cook, and I'm gonna be like, get Russ out of the kitchen.
Russ, you're a sous chef.
Bro, but again, Sean Payton is used to those small, semi-athletic quarterbacks that got a decent enough.
No. I'm not saying Sean Payton will fail. I'm saying Russ.
How?
Booty cheeks.
How?
What do you mean how? We just got the example.
Hold on.
Sabotage.
Hold on, guys.
Who knows? Sabotage.
Honestly, when Russ wasn't getting chased around in the pocket, he was making some pretty good throws.
He was getting his head bounced on the ground. Exactly.
Yes, but if he was getting a clean pocket, bro, he would have done work. Look what he was doing to KC, and KC won the Super Bowl. And Marco was saying that our defense is all this and all that.
Wait. Yeah, so did Davis Mills. Come on, bro. Like it was 1 week anomalies. I don't mean diddly, bro. Come on, don't do that. Fucking the Texans literally almost beat them too. Then the Texans almost beat the Cowboys too. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Like, it's an anomaly, bro. Denver has yet to beat Patrick Mahomes-led Chiefs so far. So I know Denver's hoping for that change.
I think it's on the way, man.
I say this.
Wait, did you say almost beat? Was that the game where they were up like 35-0? Is that the one where you saying that they were almost got them? The one where they were leading by like 3 or 4 touchdowns, and then they had to catch up, and they lost because Russ got hurt.
No, I'm saying they're on their way. I'm saying they're on their way.
Yeah, that was
they're getting their ass whooped. I remember. We were texting Trey. Trey was like all sad, and then he was all happy about it.
Hey,
look, Trey, I am happy for where your team's heading.
Okay.
Okay.
Nothing between 1 through 3. It's all the 4th. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, man.
All right, James. Do you got anything else, man? I mean, wait. Do we want to hear the Cowboys? Before we all sign off. Yeah, I didn't think so either.
Nah, this is for y'all, bro.
This is for y'all. We're not gonna talk about because we ain't gonna do a goddamn thing. So let's just whatever.
That's right. Dakota Prescott, Michelle Parsons.
Hey, don't talk about
cut Jerry
Jones.
Mike Parsons is cold.
No, like honestly, bro, it's a few pieces I want to bring back.
Thank you for watching Puerto Beach Sports. We are. Congratulations, James, on your first week.
Yeah,
done.
That's funny,
man. Now it's a few pieces I would like to bring back, but everybody else, I'm good with letting go, man. Like Dawson Schultz, I'm good with letting go.
Micah.
By next year, you'll be trading Micah away for a 6th-round pick.
Let's bring them two back.
I swear to God, I will get my Cowboys tattoos removed, and I will denounce my fanship, bro. If we lose,
or replace them with the Brahmas.
Now I'll be like, okay. So on a serious note, like I want to pay Tony Pollard. I think that's I think that should happen.
If y'all don't, y'all are stupid.
Yeah, I want to bring back Leighton Vander Esch as much as I don't like him because he reminds me of Sean Lee because he can't stay healthy. But
Get him out.
Bye, Felicia.
Other than that, all these other guys we can get back for cheaper prices. Like I don't think we need anybody else. Like I want to let go of Anthony Brown. Dawson Schultz can go. Anthony Barr can
go.
Shully?
Yeah.
You're getting rid of Shully? Why?
So nice.
He's a free. Look, he's nice, but we got two other guys that are just as good.
Nah.
So what? Hinder?
Hey, look, you upset Alex that his internet went out.
Hey, Hinder shoot or shot, whatever his name is.
No one wanted to compare him to Baby Gronk or whatever the fuck they said.
That's him.
Yeah, that dude is cold.
He's good, bro. Like he's a big body. He showed when he was given time this season. He showed promise. He made catches, and he ran great after the catch. Like so, I'm like, no, you don't need a great tight end. We're not. It's not like we got Kelsey.
Well. First of all, Dalton Schultz is not going to demand the high thing too. So you can resign him.
But again, I agree. If you can sell Dalton Schultz on the high.
That's what I'm saying.
But he's a free agent, so
that kid, you
can't really sell him.
You can't sell him, but I mean, like we can let him go test the waters, and I mean, whatever. If you don't get what,
and someone will get him. Miami will get him because they left go Gesicki.
Yeah, Gesicki. I like Gesicki, bro. He's nice.
Fuck Gesicki.
You know what, Dalton Schultz? Come to the Patriots. We're letting go Jonnu Smith. Come on in, boy.
Hey, look, that'd be perfect.
He could go to Detroit too.
He's a hell of a good blocker. So y'all
can go to Detroit.
Or Detroit. Detroit is promising too. I like that. And I would love him to go over there and win with them, bro. Like I like everything about Detroit right now. I love their
except the uniforms. They need to change up their uniforms badly.
I'm not a fan. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I like it.
You see that ugly grayscale fucking shitty ass jersey? Hell no.
That gray jersey is cheap.
They got that from Goodwill, papas. Get that fucking out of here.
Get that La Fiesta uniform out of here.
Whoa, La Fiesta. Whoa. Get your barbecue chicken out here. Go tell shitty ass. No.
Boys, I got the baby.
You got our baby?
I got the baby.
Take care, Trey.
Yes, gentlemen, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's pod.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Peace. Yeah, but I mean, I don't think there's much of whatever we need to work with here. I just think our focus needs to be in bringing in Odell and bringing in another corner to help.
Odell? No.
Why not?
No. He's asking for too much after 2 ACL injuries. Fuck no.
This is what I'm saying, bro. We're not gonna go win. We're not gonna go.
So why are you gonna overpay him and continue to fucking waste my time?
Because Jerry Jones wants to sell tickets and jerseys. That's
dude. The star sells alone. That star sells alone. Dead ass. You don't need to get OBJ.
I'm telling you what.
Are you trying to contend? Hold on, no, James. Are you trying to contend? Are you trying to look me dead in the eye? Are you trying to look me dead in the eye? And 10 months from now, you're gonna be like, we're gonna be making it, and you're not gonna do it.
No.
OBJ.
If I'm at the helm, I don't care about OBJ. If I'm at the helm, I'm not worried about OBJ. If I'm at the helm, I'm trying to bring in Ramsey. I will bring in Ramsey to partner next to Trayvon Diggs to solidify our defense. Our front seven is decent. We don't need that much work on our front seven. We might be in need of a D tackle just because we can plug up the run a little bit more in our division because we got some heavy hitters. Maybe if Saquon leaves, that'll help us out a little bit more.
You need to trade away Trayvon Diggs. That's what you need to do.
I don't think they're going to do it. I honestly don't think they make that move.
He's going to be on his final year of his contract right now. You need to fucking go.
Yeah, I would.
Trade him while he's hot.
Yeah, that's my thing. I would too, but
trade him to Buffalo while he's hot.
So
get something good back.
Do y'all have enough cap space to get like a Bates type of guy?
Their cap space right now, they're on negative. They're actually on a negative right now. They're -7. You can't afford OBJ. You can't even afford OBJ.
I don't know what they're gonna do with OBJ.
They can't do shit.
They've been talking. All I heard is it's a revisited thing, but I'm saying
Jerry Jones acting like it's the 90s and there's no cap space and shit like that. No, there's a cap space right now.
Well, I mean, they could renegotiate Ezekiel Elliott where he takes a little bit of takes a little meat off his pie. Or
Yeah, I honestly, the way they've been talking,
because he gained 16 mil.
Yeah,
he's gone though, bro. I honestly think he's gone. I don't think they're gonna.
He's not restructuring down to 3 or 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's gonna do that, and I don't think they're gonna.
But see, here's the thing too: no one's gonna trade for him, so they're gonna use him this year, and then you're just gonna lose him.
He's gonna end up in Philly, like they all do. They end up in Washington.
But today was the last day, right? If they were gonna make a cut, because I think now they're gonna have to pay him.
No, the 15th is when I think that's the 15th when the season the off season officially starts. So they got time.
Yeah, but I think that's what I think is gonna happen with him, unless they find. Well,
he says he wants to be a Cowboy forever. Let's see how much he really wants to restructure that deal.
Yeah, if that's what he want to do, that's what he's gonna do.
I think he still wears a Cowboy uniform for one more year because nobody's gonna trade for that fucking price.
Yeah, and I honestly, bro, I would love to keep him because he's a good third down blocker. He's a good blocking running back, and I think he's still good in the red zone. But that's just me. Other than that, bro, I just think we need to bring in or draft a corner. I love who we can potentially get at our pick. So it's really just a wait and see type of thing. But
Dalton Kincaid is the one projected.
Huh?
Tight end Dalton Kincaid is the guy projected right now by some people. Maybe John Robinson. You can always draft another running back, and we can give it John.
They said that too. I think he's going higher. They got him going at 21 to the Chargers. They got what I'm looking at right here. Mel Kiper, he got us taking the TCU wide receiver at 26.
Johnson.
Yeah, Quentin Johnson. But
he reminds me a lot of a Calvin Benjamin, honestly.
I like the kid that the Bengals are supposed to get, Cam Smith, that cornerback from South Carolina. I like him. Or if we could move up, I would like us to try to go and get Ringo from Georgia. But if
you might need to trade back to get some cap space back, by the way.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do something. I don't know. I just think we gotta work whatever we work through the draft. I will say that's what we do well. Dallas drafts very well.
This is where y'all fucked up. You overpay for Zeke, you overpaid for Gallup.
And Dak.
Nah, I mean Dak was gonna get that money regardless.
But that's
if you're not gonna get any QB, you're gonna have to pay him that much. 40 bill.
Bro, is he worth that though? Like honestly.
I mean, at the time, yeah, for what y'all needed, yeah.
Man, hell no! I would let his ass walk. I would have.
And then you would have been stuck with Zach Wilson.
I would have pissed away a season. That's fine. I would have pissed away a season.
That's fine. That local shut up. No, get the fuck out of here. That Zach Wilson and Dak Prescott. Come on,
bro. What do we end up with? Same shit.
It's a lot better than what you're doing now. What you mean?
It is, but I'm saying I would have pissed away a season and got another quarterback.
You know, here's the thing. When's the last time y'all drafted a good quarterback?
Never.
Okay, then what the fuck are you talking about?
But I'm saying we could have traded. We could have.
No, nobody gonna trade with you, no damn quarterback. That's the thing. Quarterbacks is tough to fucking get. You're never gonna get a good one in a trade. You're gonna get bums.
That's true, but I mean, we could have offered some pieces. Now we offered Amari for a bag of Skittles and a bus ticket.
Yeah, that's how stupid your team is. Exactly. Thank you. You're proving my point. You're proving my point. Thank you. Thank you for proving my point. Thank you for backing up, stacking the deck on my side. Thank you. Thank you.
Which QB what do you have in mind then?
At the time, shit, it was probably Rodgers. Because Rodgers was on the cuffs of getting either traded or trade for him. Free agent.
They're not going to trade him to the same conference. So next,
no, but that's what I'm saying. That was the only potential we had out there.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh well, we was in a Russ sweepstakes. We was in a Russ sweepstakes for a little bit.
I don't know, Alex. Maybe in Dallas it would have been better.
What
than Rodgers is in Green Bay right now. Because he's saying you dodged the bullet, but not getting Rodgers. But I don't know. Maybe Rodgers in Dallas would have been more structured. He's back with McCarthy, a guy he knows. Yeah. Cool. They won together. He'd have an indoor stadium versus the cold, which I don't think he cares either way. I don't know, but I mean, regardless, I don't think it's more like he dodged a bullet. I mean, they got Dak. They got a broken leg. You know, so and the baby's in. James has also got to watch the baby now too.
Yeah. So, but yeah. But
So that's what I'm saying. There's nothing available for you. And even so, like, when did y'all sign? Alex, you remember? Was it like a year or two ago? When did they sign him?
With that?
Yeah, it was like a year or two ago, right?
Yeah, it was about 2 years ago now.
So what? So let's say the 2020 season was where he broke the leg. 2021 is when he came back, and that's when they paid him.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you had not paid him, right? 2021 sucks, and then we do the 2022 draft. Which QB from this past draft is your guy?
It depends on how high we got. Because, I mean, I like Trey Lance. I mean, barring his injury, I thought he was pretty solid.
No. It's the following year. It would have been the 2022 draft. That's the 2021.
Oh, this year?
Yeah, this past year. This past year would have been the year that you would have done well or done bad enough to get someone good. So who was the guy? Who was the guy in this past draft? As far as QB, that would have been like, oh, this is my guy. Let's see, who's the first QB taken? Oh, that's right, Kenny Pickett. Yeah, how do you like that one?
Hey, I'm actually a Pickett fan.
Get the fuck out here. Get the fuck out. Exactly. Get the fuck out here.
What's wrong with I would say this. Kenny Pickett was actually a surprise for me for how high he went because I really didn't like his game at Pitt. I really didn't. But I get why, because he's a Pitt kid. He played there in college, and he's playing. I mean, he's playing to me decent. He's playing
the Mike Tomlin system, and he's still winning more interceptions and touchdowns.
Yeah.
So again, you see that your theory was already wrong. I already debunked it. Thank you. You're welcome. Good night, everybody. We're up with Peach Sports, and James and the baby is out. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you would have had to have back-to-back shitty years. And again, CJ Stroud and Bryce Young, we don't know for sure if they're going to be the future. Bryce Young is getting criticized because of his height.
His size, bro.
Stroud is not getting enough props for his skills because he played in Ohio.
No, I'm just saying, bro. Like, I was as a fan, I wasn't banking on us drafting a quarterback. Like, I honestly saw like the draft class was more wide receiver heavy. It was strong at that number, and then on the defensive side, so I wasn't banking it on a draft. I was really banking. I was sold on us going after Russ because it was a lot of hype about us going after Russell Wilson. Like, so I was really like Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers free agency. Like,
well, here's the funny thing. For me, your last 2 years at YUF sucked is your coaching staff.
Yeah.
And now you've gotten rid of Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore's gone. He is now a Chargers play call.
I know. Jesus.
It's going to continue my hate for Herbert even more.
Kellen Moore's.
And now Mike McCarthy's going to make the play calls. Oh, then hello. So it doesn't matter what you're prophesizing that you wish it wasn't Dak signed.
But Jose,
yeah.
So like you're saying it's mostly coaches. Like to me, I've always liked Dak. Dude, he was drafted in the 4th round. Nobody thought he was gonna be this good, and a lot of people hate him. And I don't get why. He's probably the best quarterback that freaking Dallas has ever had. Now, don't tell me Troy Aikman is the best quarterback because he's not.
What about Rodgers?
Troy Aikman is not the best quarterback to ever put on this.
No, he's not. He got carried by the O-line and running backs. Yeah, I understand.
Bro, check his stats, and I don't think he's ever thrown over 25 passing TDs in a season, bro.
Let me look. I think you're actually correct, but let me look.
My thing is this. I don't agree with the Troy Aikman hate. Troy Aikman was a solid quarterback. I don't care what y'all say.
At 25, right? The highest he threw was 23 in his 4th year, and he declined every year after that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And I don't get how Dak is so hated. I mean, I get it. Well, this is one thing I get. It's because yes, Dallas was one of the best. Was the team in their 90s, run, and he gets compared so much to that team. because they want championships.
It's not that, man. This is a Dak problem. The Dak problem.
Here, can I say it for you as a non-Cowboy fan? Just think you sound too biased. I know you hate him, so you sound too biased. Dak, you a Dak hater. You're a Cowboy lover and you're a Dak hater. You are too biased in this. Okay. So let me put it out there.
Go ahead.
Alex, I agree with you. If I had the Patriots get Dak trade for Dak, I would. I think he's a better option than Mac Jones. I'll be honest. I dead as do. I think he get the ball more accurate, more fucking plays down the field, and what I need. His issue is sometimes he just makes the wrong decision. He did what the Josh Allen did this year.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing this year. They both made too many. I think I can make it plays. And also, here's the thing too. If we count how many in the last 2 years interceptions Dak has thrown, you can take more than half of them away that it's his fault and more on his receivers.
Yeah,
honestly, bro.
Gallup, all those guys, they fucking dropped the ball and they let the fucking other team run with it. Yeah. Wasn't the Jacksonville loss because it was
Noah Brown?
He couldn't catch it.
Yep,
and it wasn't on that. That put it on the money.
Now, Kellen Moore likes to run these routes where it's like to the sticks and turn. It's so predictable, bro. And that's why I'm like, man, like a lot of hate goes to him too. But like, bro, these are the plays that they're giving him. Yes, they gave him 2 plays so he could audible out. But bro, the second play is not as good as the first, anyways. So
no, but my thing is this: when it comes to Dak, so this is my fandom, my unbiased fandom and hate with Dak Prescott. So when it comes to Dak, it's a little bit of him not being able to take control of the team. Like as a quarterback, I feel like, and as the great quarterbacks do in the league, they have free will to audible out or whatever they want to. They want to go to what they like to go to. They can do that. Like I felt like Dak should have did that a lot more because a lot of the stuff we was running was too predictable. Like you said, people know to play Dak at like the 10-yard mark or the 15-yard mark because he's not going to go deep or he's going to take his takedowns when he gets them. So that's why I was having trouble with that. And then simply, it's sometimes just missing a read. It's some guys that are just like blatantly open that he's not taking that shot because he's so worried about checking down. So with me, that's what my hate for him comes for. But other than that, like when Romo got hurt, I was one of the guys that was like, I was real big on him. I was like, he's a game managing quarterback that could also get better. And he's shown that he can get better over the years. Granted, sometimes it was when we were down by 20 or 14 or 10, and he's just chunking the ball. And I'm like, why can't we get this to start the game off? Why can't we play like this? Yes, I understand.
Baby feels exactly what you're saying.
So I'm just like, why can't we do this more often? And when we do, like, you see the results of when he has good games, when he has those breakout games. It's like, dude, the guy's on the money. He's hitting every throw. He's making the reads. He's using his legs. And I think some of it is that too, man. I think his psyche plays into some of those plays because like he don't get out of the pocket like he used to. He tries to stay in the pocket a lot.
Well, think about it this way. Look at this. We talked about Paul George last week. Bro, compound fracture's a bitch.
Yeah.
And that takes a lot out of you mentally. And we know how
mentally.
He used to be a guy who could run, who could pass in the pocket. He can move a lot, and now he's just, dude. I mean, he's got to think about his safety. I mean, he's guaranteed the money that he's got, but he also wants to continue playing. He doesn't want to be Alex Smith.
True. Yeah, true. And bro, and I think what is whenever I hear like Troy Aikman, like Troy Aikman talks a lot about like Dak, what he needs to do and this and that. Yes, I know he's like an analyst for the NFL now, but like, bro, honestly,
he was never that guy.
That's exactly, bro. That Prescott, I think to me is like a lot better than Troy Aikman was ever. And Troy Aikman, he was a perfect example of a game manager, right?
Oh yeah, he had the greatest O-line.
Yeah, yes.
He had one of the top 10 running backs, top 5, wherever you have him.
And Michael Irvin, so
yeah, he was just Troy Aikman was a product of a system, man, and that's why I don't when I hear him complain about Dak, it's just like I don't want to hear that shit. I rather listen to Romo all day long because Romo just dissects the game. Like it ain't, it don't come with no slander or nothing like that. So I'm just those guys.
I wouldn't say Dak is the best QB they've had. I would say Romo can have that argument too.
No. I'm not saying Dak is.
No, I'm saying because Alex said it. I said Alex said it. I'm saying the only reason I say Romo probably still tops him because yes, they failed a lot, right? I'm the Cowboy hater here. I knocked the shit out of them, but to be fair, he never had the linemen or the weapons that either Aikman or Dak had.
Yeah, he ain't had.
And he had Jason Garrett. So
If Romo had this defense, oh my god!
And he was undrafted too. So I mean,
and then if you would have gave him a CD Lamb and a Amari Cooper,
I mean, don't get me wrong. Des Bryant was nice, but he didn't have the longevity. He was literally a 3-4 year prospect.
Yeah, but
best.
Even at that, Des was just like, hey, I'm gonna chunk it to you, fight for these yards, or I'm gonna just throw it deep, go get it. Like if Romo had somebody like Amari Cooper and CD Lamb, bro, oh my goodness, dog.
Well, it's that O-line that O-line was originally built for Tony Romo.
Yeah, dude, like.
So there, I can set aside my Cowboy hate for a second to give y'all props. There you go. Like you get your 2 minutes of fame there, guys.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate y'all. But
hey, I'm not a Cowboy fan. I don't know why you guys keep saying that. It's because
it's your fault. No, look, you did this to yourself, you son of a gun.
No, it's because a lot of people like to throw a lot of hate on Dak, and I'm not a. Bro, I can't. I don't want to hear that noise, bro.
To be fair, have I been a Dak hater? I've been more on the organization, not really Dak.
I'm not a hater.
Oh yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. You are a hater of Dak.
Okay. But I'm just critical, man, because I got to sit here and watch this shit year.
Yeah, I understand.
He's on year 8.
Yeah.
He's going on year 8.
Papas, this fool Alex would rather have Dak than all the years he did before he had Justin Fields. I would rather have Dak than Mac Jones. I'd rather have Dak.
I'd rather have Dak than Jay Cutler whenever we had that nice run, bro. I guarantee you, if we had Dak Prescott as our quarterback, the year that we lost to the we would have went to the Super Bowl. We would have beat the Green Bay Packers. I guarantee it, bro. But man, I don't know. It's just like a lot of people that don't like Dak.
You know what? You want to get rid of him? Send him to the Patriots. We'll make the playoffs and we'll make a good run. Go ahead. Give him to me. Come on. You can have Mac Jones. Go ahead. Take that rookie contract.
I'm not like the. I'm not like the big. I'm not the biggest fan of the Cowboys. They have the star of their helmet. You know, growing up in Chicago, bro. You would still see Dallas on TV.
Hell yeah.
James, if you knew where Alex lives, all the rednecks right by him are fucking Cowboys fans, so they're fucking like siphoning Cowboy air around him.
It's so true.
He's kind of just stuck where he's at, bro. Alex, we didn't talk about something later on, but you know that's for later. That's to get you out of there.
Well, hey man, if we ain't got nothing else, that's all I got for the show. So
you're my host. You tell me what to do. You know, I'll listen. I don't care. I'll kick the kids out.
Hey, we're good, man. So we covered it. We covered it all. I hope it was a successful episode for the fandom and the lovers of their pod.
For the guys who are watching live, who are watching on demand, all that. I hope y'all enjoyed James because, like I said earlier, while James was having technical issues, this next month the guys are taking over. I'm letting them put the topics up. I'm letting them have their fun with everything. James has killed it this week. I love everything that he went with today. It brought up different discussions that we didn't get to normally do, so it brings a different feel. Next week, Alex takes over. Alex will have the fun. He'll have the opportunity to just give us the work on how he wants to. Now, we'll step into Alex's realm, and then we will cook him.
Yes, sir. So that's it for everybody. Jose, you got anything? Alex, you got anything?
No, sir, man. It was great host.
Yeah, you did a great job, James. Just because you might not have it instantly in your head, follow us on TikTok at Puro Peaches Sports. Follow us on Instagram, Puro Peaches Sports. YouTube, like, share, subscribe. Twitter, Beach Sports Pod. James, close it out.
And we're out.
Oh, God. Damn it. I was not prepared for him to say that. You heard him, guys. Out.